Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So you are back today for another update on my mosaic crochet blanket. Now, I have been trying to get on here about once a month to show you my progress, and it's that time again. So, what mosaic blanket am I talking about, I hear you say? Well, let me get it all ready for you. Should have done it before I clicked the camera on, but that's okay. No professionals to be seen here, guys. You know the score. Okay, so I am doing the Fairy Dust by Rosina Plain. It was released as a a crochet along, but I did not take part in that crochet along because I have other time constraints and I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up with the lovelies that did do it as part of a cowl. But I do have the complete pattern and I am working on it as and when I can. I am making it for a special friend of mine and I am hoping to get it done by Christmas as a Christmas gift. So here it is. Now, Rosina did team up with Stylecraft, which is a brand of yarn here in the UK, and they came out with these 4 different colorways so that you could buy a colorway pack to make your fairy dust. As you can see, it is an overlay mosaic crochet, and they did Pixie, Elf, Sprite, and Nymph. But I decided that I was going to make this using yarn from my stash, which is exactly what I did. So, anything else I need to bring you up to speed on? No, overlay mosaic, Rosina Plain. I will put a link to the pattern in the description box. I did get mine from Ravelry and it is a paid for pattern. In my opinion, it is a very reasonably priced pattern for the fact of the design and everything that's gone into it. I will just briefly tell you that I had a huge ball of white DK that was in my stash. It was a James C. Brett. It was 400 grams. It was bigger than my head. And I told you that I would be using all of what was left of that white ball until it ran out. And then when it did run out, I would move on to some other white DK that I have in my stash, which I have. And I've got a few of these little balls. These are the Hobie kind feather. So the news is that I've used all of that big ball. And when I grabbed that big ball out of my stash, it had 296 grams in it. So I had used just over 100 grams of it on something else. So yeah, the best part of 300 grams, guys, that I've used so far. And I am on, is it my first or my second kind feather? Let's have a little look in the notions pouch. It is the second kind feather that I am on. So I have been bashing some stash and I have been getting some progress into this blanket, guys. For this one, I am using my 4.5mm dots. I love my dots. I love my dots, I do. And then for the different colours, because I'm doing the sections in different colours, I have been using various colours of the Yarn Smith's Pebble Haze Prince DK. And you will see all of the different colours that I have put into the blanket as I show you the blanket. But you can get these from the Wool Warehouse, and the Wool Warehouse does ship overseas. So this is like a chainette or a chain spun or a chain blown. I don't know the difference. Super soft, super lovely. I've really enjoyed working with it. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And I'm pleased to be using it because that actually was bought a bit earlier this year. Okay, so when I saw you last, I have done so much, guys. You're going to be so proud of me. Let's start from the beginning. So I am going to fold this blanket in half. Hopefully off camera so you don't get no sneak peeks. Bear with. And I will show you the parts completed so far. So down the bottom there is the sparkles. The sparkles aren't a specific part of the pattern. It was for you to let yourself learn the technique and to gain gauge, but I decided to add it onto my blanket. And I will be adding another strip of sparkles in the same colour at the top so that it is balanced and symmetrical. We then moved on to these fallen leaves. Then, using the same colour that I used for the leaves, we did the mushroom houses. Gorgeous. Then it was the first of the daisy chains there, guys. You've already seen all this. And then where I left you last time was where this blue stitch marker is, where I had started to do the main section, which is the fairies. Now, would you like to see how much I have managed to get done? Bear with. Look, I got the fairies done. Yes, I did. And not only that, I got the second daisy chain done as well. So from this blue stitch marker here all the way up is how much work I have put into this blanket since the last time you saw it about a month ago. I am so happy with it. I love it. I have so much fun when working this pattern. I am loving every single minute of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, the fairy section is completely different to the rest of the pattern because she gives you charts and she gives you written instructions. And for every section, apart from the fairies, she writes it all out, stage by stage, all the way across the row. For the fairies, she writes halfway to the middle stitch, and then when you get to the middle stitch, you have to work in reverse and go back in reverse through that first half of instructions because it is a mirror image. Now I'm going to try and show you. Can you see that there are two fairies, but they are exactly mirrored? I don't know if you can see. There we go. They are exactly mirrored. So you work halfway along and then you go back in reverse. Do what you've just done, but in reverse. And that took just a little bit of getting used to, guys, but I figured it out and I managed to do it. And I am absolutely in love with the colourway of the fairies. I love the flowers as well. You've got some dandelions in between the fairies there. You've got that main central flower. And then look at these on the sides as well. Isn't it stunning? I love how the colours are flowing and working up. And another detail, I thought it was going to really bug me because I'm not diagnosed OCD, but I do have a lot of the tendencies and I like symmetry. Now, if you notice, the first daisy chain, you've got the white daisies and the green background, but that second daisy chain is actually reversed so that you've got the green daisies and the white background. And I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. I thought it was really going to bug my symmetry, but actually it really doesn't bother me that much at all. I am so, so in love with this. I am loving it, loving it, loving it. It is getting fairly big now, guys. So the fairies were split into 2 sections. And then obviously the daisy chains was its own section as well. So since last month, I have managed to get 3 more sections done. Now, when I work on this again, ready to come back next month to show you, the next piece is the butterflies and grape hyacinths. After that, I've got the wands, and then I am going to have to put another section of sparkles in so that it mirrors the bottom. And then it's the gigantic task of putting the envelope border on. So I still have 3 sections and the envelope border, and I want to get it done for Christmas. So I am going to have to put in a lot of work in the next month and a half in order for it to be finished in time for Christmas. But I have faith. I have complete confidence. The biggest section was the fairies. So now that I am back to slightly smaller sections, I'm hoping that I can get really, really good progress on this again. And the colour that I have chosen to do the butterflies is this one. It's like aquas and blues and pinks, and then just a smidgy bit of lilac where those colours meet. It is absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to crack into this new colour, because as the pattern works up, you see how the colours play out, and I'm just so in love. There is a part of me that wishes I was making this for myself, not gonna lie. But I have the pattern now, so maybe at some point in the future I can make myself one. Who knows? But here it is again, guys. There is the 2 fairies. I can't see what you're looking at. There we go. And that top daisy chain as well. An awful, awful lot of work put into it this time, but it is so worth it. And the back, I love that it is just these really super neat stripes. There aren't any like loops or anything that you can catch fingers or toes in. And if you look carefully, you can actually see the silhouette of the design as well. It's just stunning. Overlay is definitely my preferred way of doing mosaic. I just love the magical woodland theme of the fairies as well. I think it is an absolutely gorgeous design, and I think Rosina has done a fabulous, fabulous job. I wish I had her creativity. I wish I could design like her, but I am so thankful that we've got her, because I've actually been looking at a few more of her designs, and OMG, she has got some beautiful mosaic designs out there, guys. She really, really has. Like I said, I will put a link to this mosaic down in my description box. Remember, it is a paid for pattern, so only go there if you have the funds. I'm not trying to, encourage you or influence you in any way. I am literally just showing you what I am working on. I am loving every second. Every single row is different. Every single row captures your interest and your attention. This isn't something that you could mindlessly do. You do need to be very aware of counting and where you're placing your stitches. And I still have so many of you say to me, oh, I wish I had the skill to do that. You do. If you can do a single crochet, a chain and a double crochet, you have the skills to do this. You really do. As long as you are careful about where you place your stitches and you count, you cannot go wrong. And the fact that she's got charts and written instructions, it really is all there for you. And you need to have more faith in yourself, people. If I can do it, you can do it. Honestly, it is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful project. I absolutely adore it. I am so proud of how much work I've managed to get into it this time. It is stunning. And also, don't be scared of all these ends either, guys, because these get hidden inside the border. You put a border on the back and you put a border on the front. You tuck all those ends inside the front and the back, and then you seam it. So it's like a padded border with all these ends hidden away inside. It is amazing. So yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I think the detail is just fantastic. And I cannot wait to get started on this one again, to get some more work put in it. But yes, that blue stitch marker all the way up. That is a lot of progress for a month, guys. I am so proud of myself. Anyway, I am going to let you get going. I have a few more videos to record. Please do come back tomorrow for, let me just get my planner. You are seeing this on a Wednesday, so you need to come back tomorrow for Max's gut choice, right? Anyway, I'll see you then. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.